Hello people, welcome to this latest video. Today I'm going to be ranking the top 20 Premier League football kits ever. This is just my personal opinion, remember, and I think that I'll probably look back on this video sometime in the future and just think, these are some dumb decisions, which a lot of you will definitely say, and there's likely also a good few kits that I've totally forgotten about, but you know, that's my fault for not having the attention span to look through all the Premier League kits ever. But anyway, let's begin with the video. 20th place, Arsenal's home kit from 2018-19, made by Puma. Okay, I know it looks bad to start with one of the most hated kits of all time, and truth be told, when Arsenal's kits were made by Puma there were some pretty astonishing failures in there, and I also think that they sort of gave up trying after this one. A lot of people have said they hate it, but I never really saw why. One of the reasons people gave is that the sleeve bits are pink. Well, actually it's the same red as on the main kit, it's just made up of stripes, and I actually kind of like that. Now I'm expecting a lot of comments telling me how dumb I am for saying that. 19th place, Southampton's third kit from 2021-22, made by Hummel. This one's a fairly little known kit, but I think it's a hidden gem. This is like the only way to make the colour coral look good on a kit in my opinion, just use it as a small trim on a mainly black or white shirt. Southampton pulled this off really well, and then they added this cool shiny pattern of the St Mary's Stadium pitch throughout the kit. That part especially adds a sense of identity to the shirt, and I really like that about it, so that's why it gets a pretty solid 19th place. 18th place, Aston Villa's home kit from 2009-10, made by Nike. You just have to take one look at this kit and it just screams Aston Villa as loudly as a Manchester City nightmare. It perfects the claret and blue in a simplistic design that's both classic and modern at the same time. Sure, there's nothing fancy about it, but it's not boring either. It's got great sleeve cuff and collar trims, a nice sponsor which doesn't look crazy, and one of the best colour schemes in football, so I think it deserves its place on this list. 17th place, Manchester City's third kit from 2013-14, made by Nike. What is there to say about this kit? I mean, it's a wonderful combination of the City blue, navy and white. It has a nice basic stripe design below the badge, which is also cool in that it has a really nice border. This is just a classic City away kit and one of their most famous of all time, and for good reason. 16th place, Bournemouth's home kit from 2018-19, made by Umbro. This one is basically the same as the one that will come after, so I may as well save most of the explanation to that one. This one though has a really nice gold trim around the collar and the sleeves. The only issue is that the sponsor is kind of too big. 15th place, Everton's home kit from 2018-19, made by Umbro. I have to say 2018-19 was the best season for football kits in my opinion. The Umbro logo pattern on the sleeves is just awesome. They're just a series of really well made kits. The base template is iconic and the main body is simple but very neat. Everton's kit from this season, like the kit that just came before, is one of the best in that it has a simple, not overwhelming sponsor and this cool grunge design on the front that really fits it well. Top marks for this one. 14th place, Liverpool's home kit from 2011-12, made by Adidas. It seems like an age ago that Liverpool's kits were made by Adidas. This was the age of Steven Gerrard and Liverpool had to have a good kit to go with it. They had a kit with this very cool shiny pattern across the main part, and then the Adidas template design added some nice trims as well. This was before Liverpool started using the modern Liverbird badge like on this shirt. It is a half classic, half modern kit and it's one of the team's best ever. 13th place, Tottenham's away kit from 2023-24, made by Nike. 23-24's Nike kits are some of their best, not least with Tottenham Hotspur. Their home kit features a wonderful subtle pattern and the only thing wrong with the third kit was the slightly weird brown colour. But the away kit is their best. It's navy with a light blue-grey trim and also a proper retro collar. The sponsor and branding isn't too distracting and the badge and Nike logo are a nice plastic iridescent feature that they also used on the bizarre Chelsea kit from the same season. But this kit is just basically good all over, so it deserves 13th place on the list. 12th place, Fulham's anniversary kit from 2018-19, made by Adidas. To celebrate their 140th anniversary of existence, they were founded in 1879, they released this great half and half kit reminiscent of their first kits, which were apparently navy and blue. This kit only used two colours throughout, just black and white. This was probably one of Adidas's worst seasons for kits, and while they made some good ones like Bayern Munich's, this was, in my opinion at least, their best. 11th place, Crystal Palace's third kit from 2022-23, made by Macron. This was the first season of Palace's kits being made by Macron, and the brand chose this absolute masterpiece of a theme, scribbles. That might sound like a recipe for disaster, but Macron pulled it off really well with a kit that was both vivid and nice to look at. But the best of all their scribble kits was the third kit. It had a blue and red sash with the scribble pattern being the main centrepiece of the kit. They added blue and red trims around the collar, and the sleeve cuffs finished off the rest of this kit. 10th place. Arsenal's home kit from 2020 to 21, made by Adidas. Arsenal's main pattern that's featured on a lot of their kits over the last few years is a zigzag. It started in 1991 to 92, with their now infamous bruised banana away kit, which I personally hate, but a lot of people think is a timeless classic for some reason. For the 2020 to 21 season, they used this great new zigzag design on a dark red pattern, which went over the regular red. Add that to the sleeve cuffs and the Adidas 3-striped side panels, and you have one of their best kits of all time. 9th place, Manchester City's away kit from 2020 to 21, made by Puma. This kit is honestly one of the best of all time. It has a small navy pattern that pays homage to Manchester's architecture, music and culture, according to Amazon. I assume the culture that they speak of involves drunk people having arguments about what colour the city is over beer and curry. Probably. I can't think of anything else they do in Manchester. Anyway, the trim on the shirt is an awesome colour called rose gold, which sounds more fancy than calling it bronze, which it is. Up close, the detail of the kit makes it one of the best kits from the season. 8th place, Arsenal's home kit from 2012 to 13, made by Nike. This kit was used over 2 seasons, and it was their most recent kit made by Nike. The best part about this shirt is that it has dark navy on the sleeves, which is a colour that Arsenal really need to make more use of since it features on their badge. It's also simplistic and a great shade of dark red. I would maybe add some small side panels, but it's truly brilliant how it is. 7th place, Manchester United's home kit from 2007 to 8, made by Nike. Being a Derby fan, this season has some bad memories, what with breaking the record for the fewest points in a season, ever. Manchester United won the Premier League that fateful season, with some guy who you might have heard of, Cristiano Ronaldo, being their star player. This was his penultimate season at Manchester United, and he was basically unbeatable. This kit is the first you associate with his time at Man U. It was plain, but it was also symbolic of a prime Manchester United team, and had a stripe down the back that for some reason looks quite nice, so that's why it gets 7th place on the board. 6th place, Manchester City's away kit from 2021 to 22, made by Puma. This was, by an absolute mile, Puma's worst kit season. All their third kits were appalling, and Manchester City's was no exception. It had no main crest, and had the text Man City across the front. And all their third kits were like that, it's ridiculous. However, they actually somehow managed to pull off a really good away kit for City. As those of you who follow my FIFA Kit Creator, that's the site where I design concept football kits, will know, I can't get enough of neon pink and blue designs. Some of my best ever kits have had that, like these. Manchester City went with this idea themselves, and they pulled off a genuinely great kit, so that's why, against all the odds, a Puma 21-22 kit gets 6th place. 5th place, Brighton's Europe kit from 2023 to 24, made by Nike. Now, I know what some of you are going to say, this kit is technically not a Premier League kit because Brighton only wore it for their appearances in the Europa League and not domestic games, but Brighton are a Premier League team and that's enough for me. Brighton's home kit from this season is genuinely horrific, but I already complained about that in this video up here, so I'll leave you to watch that if you want. But their Europe kit is just brilliant. It takes skill to pull off a good gradient design, and Nike were up to the challenge. They picked a really nice light shade of teal with Brighton architecture designed on it. There are also black side and sleeve panels, which adds a really nice contrast. The badge has the same teal outline as the gradient, which makes it stand out more, and in general this kit is, in my opinion, the best of the season. 4th place, Arsenal's home kit from 2002 to 2004, made by Nike. This gives off the biggest Thierry Henry vibes of any kit. This is prime Arsenal, back when they were the Invincibles and didn't lose a single game for an entire season and more. The best part of this kit is the shade of red that they use, bright, intimidating, and the perfect contrast to the white sleeves, which had an unconventional design in that it went about halfway to the collar, which isn't used very often anymore. Literally the only thing wrong with this kit is the O2 sponsor being too round. I think that if you're going to put a sponsor on, it's best to have it mostly rectangular. Other than that, it's just brilliant. 3rd place, Chelsea's home kit from 2012 to 13, made by Adidas. We're getting into the top 3 now, and that means the 2010s classic. The best adjective to describe this shirt is Frank Lampard, and that's not even an adjective. The shirt is just Chelsea brilliance. It features the perfect shade of blue and these excellent gold trims which just really add to it well. I kind of wish we had kits like this these days. There are some subtle stripes which set it off perfectly across the main shirt, so it really deserves 3rd place on the list. 2nd place, West Ham's home kit from 1999 to 2001, made by Villa. This is pure retro class. The polo collar in West Ham blue is probably my favourite feature, with a claret and white trim around it. The blue and white stripes down the sleeves are another awesome retro feature, which West Ham tried to bring back fairly successfully a couple of years ago. On this kit we have these small white stripes down either side, a non-intrusive sponsor, albeit one that kind of needs an apostrophe, but that's not West Ham's fault, and a classic retro West Ham badge, which I personally think is better than the modern one. This kit is from the Paolo Di Canio years, and to some West Ham fans I would say this kit brings back some good memories. And finally, first place. Arsenal's home kit from 2022 to 23, made by Adidas. I never honestly thought that a kit so modern would actually make it to the top, but I mean this kit is just incredible. I don't even mind that the sleeve stripes are grey, although I mean I think it would have looked better if it was the same bronze that features on the branding, but anyway, never mind about that. The brilliant pattern that features throughout has some great fancy grey shapes all over it, and they honestly look really good. This kit is apparently supposed to represent Arsenal's overseas supporters, but looking at it I'm not sure I get the reference at all, but never mind about that because it's the Premier League kit of all time, in my opinion. The best part of all is the badge. Arsenal just used the cannon design on it, and it really fits in well with the fancy design. So does this deserve top spot? I'll leave that to you guys to decide in the comments below. Thanks for watching, people. If you've been watching my videos a long time, you'll know that this is my first real life filmed one. I'm also in the process of fixing my studio background, because I mean the lighting from this side is terrible, and also the sound quality on this is pretty bad as well. So hopefully by the time my next video rolls around, this place will hopefully look better. Also, the next video will be where I fix up the worst concept football kits that people have made. If you want to enter one of your designs, DM me on Discord via ._bosif_. And if you want to look at all my concept football kits that I've made, please check out my fifakitcreator.com profile and see if you like my designs. You can also join my Discord server with the link below. In fact, all the stuff I mentioned is linked below, where you can talk with other people about football kits, both concept and real, and my YouTube channel and just anything. Also, the server is entirely kid friendly, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.